Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes, and this is actually a Comics in 5 Minutes review. As I said, it's probably not going to be like a whole bunch of these ones for the next month and a bit, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, who knows. But because I know you all need cheering up at the moment, I'm going to review some Victorian horror called The Picture of Everything Else from Vault Comics. And straight off, I have to say, it absolutely nails Victorian horror for me, like very, very effectively. While I've been reading it, I've listened to the men who will not be blamed for anything, which is a great little bit of heavy metal steampunk kind of stuff. And I had to check the other day, see if I've still got my copy of the Picture of Dorian Gray, and I haven't. I must have lent it to somebody and never got it back, which I'm sure any like other book owners and book collectors out there will be all too familiar with that. But I was thinking, because it's not like a huge long story. I could have read it to remind myself what happened. Well, not so much what happened, but remind me of the characters and the finer detail of it before reading the spin-off, as it were. Well, the spin-off isn't really appropriate because The Picture of Dorian Gray, as much as I enjoy it, it never feels like a full kind of horror story. It's kind of like a creeping sense of unease, maybe. An awful lot to do with the time period and what is and what isn't acceptable, and that's fine. Like speculative fiction should always be putting up like a distorted mirror to the world we live in, just to kind of show you it in a different way. The Picture of Everything Else definitely starts that way. It's some people, upper class ne'er-do-wells and artists in France, breaking into a private gallery to steal things, and the story kind of rolls out from there that there has been a French or Paris Ripper who has been murdering several people in a variety of disgusting ways, literally tearing them apart. And basically there's some kind of unrequited love between the two gentlemen. But then we actually get into the nub of the story, who is the Ripper, and why it ties into art history, and why on earth it's got such an obvious recollection to the world-famous Oscar Wilde story. And I can't really get into too much of that without spoiling like what's going to happen. I'll try my best, because I don't actually ruin it for you. But what we get in the end is just some absolutely gorgeous bits of storytelling. The way they tease everything out and then bring it together, and the timing they take to do it is just exceptional. The dialogue is written brilliantly. There's even a few bits. I don't want to do like Oscar Wilde level kind of stuff. I don't want to put the expectation on Dan Watters to do that. There's an excellent bit with the one twin referring to his other, saying, we may share the same face, but as try as I might have, yet to convince him to put a brain behind his. Little bits and pieces like that punctuate throughout, and actually are really, really effective at giving a sense of time. The ability to just a turn of phrase, the way a conversation goes, and the way people refer to each other gives it not only a sense of time but of place, and it's absolutely brilliant for that. Because that's what I like about this kind of writing. Yes, you could just have things like the Arc de Triomphe or whatever in the background and go, oh yes, clearly we're in Paris, or lots of upper class mansion kind of stuff and people in very fine clothes, which don't really do that. But it's the dialogue alone is enough, and when you've got a comic book where you can actually just do this visually as well, I think that's a really, really nice thing to do. But I cannot carry on without talking about the artwork. Very early on, I was like, oh, could have gone either way. It's an artwork style I really like. It looks like he's inks with watercolors over the top, even some very fine pencil work even. But second page is very busy, and the story kind of meanders around it a little bit. It turns out after the initial, like, oh, that's a bit of a weird page, it's very, very easy to read, and it all kind of works quite nicely. And as you carry on, that like gorgeous watercolor thing, and you can throw in a 9-panel grid there just for the sake of it, really adds to what's going on. And when you get to the first of like the horror instances, as we say, there's a wonderful artistic choice made here. And yes, I'm going to show you something quite gory now, but it's literally somebody being torn in half there. But that is great. It looks amazing. But it's this little bit in the side here. The art stops at the gutter. The blood does not. Now, yes, it's a spatter effect, so it'll be a lot harder to stop it. But the border was still put in there. That was a conscious choice made by the artist and the layouts to show the visceral nature of the attack, to show that it does shatter expectations and what everyone's expecting to see on the page. And it does it so damn well. I'm struggling to like not just tell everyone to go out and buy it right now. We have one spare copy in store. That's the copy we've got. If anyone is watching this and thinking, "Damn, that sounds good," you might want to get on it now, because if not, I'm probably going to put that in my friend's pull list, because he quite likes horror, and I think he's maybe missed out on that one. I know we're only like a week into the new year, and I don't want to be like, "Oh my gosh, best of year," or anything like that. But if this can maintain quality and can maintain not only quality of artwork but storytelling, and how it builds up to the horror in such a way that even when the horror happens, it takes you by surprise, even though you know something is coming. If it can keep doing that, this could be a best of the year. Anyway, that's it for me. I've got something I'm going to read today later on, Ramvi's Swamp Thing, and I kind of want to review that one. I think it could be great. So maybe check it out tomorrow or the weekend or something like that. There might be another one before Tuesday. But if I don't see you again, I will be here on Tuesday morning to do our new Poem Book Day video. So until then, take it easy, look after yourself, and stay safe. Bye.